Today's podcast is brought to you by Quantrix Modeler Introductory Training, teaching the fundamental foundation that you need to become a Quantrix master. Go to quantrixauthority.com to learn more.
Show me how you do Quantrix.
Hey, welcome back to another Netcast. I'm Rich Lopez, Quantrix Authority. Sincerely appreciate you joining me today for episode number 228, Insert Canvas Table View Missing Matrices. This is something I came across in my day job, and I asked the support desk about it, and they were able to give me some guidance. I came across this about a month ago, and I was completely perplexed. Thought there was a bug in the software, but indeed there was not. And so props, shout out to the IDBS support desk for helping me out with this one. At my day job, I've been working on a very complex model for us. It is a fantastic model. It reduces a process that we've had from really taking weeks at a time down to just a couple days, the entire process, and it's really because of the functionality of Quantrix Modeler. So anyway, I absolutely love this tool, and I've built this very complex model for us to handle one of our business processes. And I have a canvas here that has a bunch of views on it. It's got a script button, whatever. But what I want to do is I want to add another matrix to it. And the matrix that I want to add to it is called Model Setup. And you can see right here that I have Model Setup in my model browser. Okay. And what I did is I want to go ahead and click on this little cube here to add Canvas Table View. And when I do that, I'm going to sort this alphabetically. And then I'm going to go ahead and expand this so it's a little bit tall for us. And I want to come down here and I want to find Model Setup. And you can see that Model Setup is not found here, and this is sorted alphabetically. Where is it? Why isn't it here? It should be here. I see it right here in the model browser. Well, you need to pay attention, and I didn't when I first came across it, to this little message right here at the bottom. It says some views are not included because of name conflicts with categories already in the canvas. Well, what does that mean? Well, what you could try to do is you could go ahead, and this is actually what I did try to do, is I went out and I just pulled in Model Setup here and drug it to the canvas, and it said, well, it can't drop the view into the canvas because it would violate category naming constraints. So first and foremost, the reason why it wasn't showing up in the Quantrix model was because of that message that I showed you, as well as this right here. It just cannot drop the view into the canvas because we have some naming constraints going on. Now, I've talked with Quantrix today. Actually, I had a call with them and mentioned that they need to improve this messaging and kind of help us out because I've got a lot of matrices on here and I'm not sure what categories are which, so it'd be nice if it told us exactly where the naming constraints were. So hopefully that's an improvement coming out. But in this case, I want to explain to you what that error means and give you the example. So if I open up Model Setup here to the side, I can see that I have a category called Items right here. I also can see in my matrix that I have a category called Items, and therefore that is my naming constraints. If I've already got a category with the same name that lives in my matrix, and it is not linked, because these are not linked items, and I don't want them to be, then it will not allow me to drag and drop this matrix over onto my canvas, or it will not show it in the list here because some views are not included because of name conflicts with categories already in the canvas. That's a working example of what that means. So if I really wanted to bring Model Setup into this canvas, I would just need to rename this and call it Model Setup Items, maybe. Okay, now if I go out here and I select this, I sort this automatically, and then I should see this. As I scroll down, indeed, I see Model Setup. I can then go ahead and just bring it right in to my canvas. So if you are missing items from your insert canvas table view, that may be why. Go ahead and check this error, as well as if you go ahead and let me just undo that again so you can see that error. Let me find Setup again. Bring that over here. I'll get the error cannot drop the view. If you're getting that error, it's because of this. I've got an item here and it's already, or I've got an item that I'm trying to bring in that already exists on the canvas and they are not linked. Anyway, I love Quantrix. I want to make you a Quantrix master. I hope that you'll join me again for another episode of Quantrix Authority with Rich Lopez.